Hey, what's up guys? In this video I'm going to show you my comprehensive method to achieving the press to handstand. Now there are plenty of videos and tutorials on YouTube showing techniques and tips to achieving the press to handstand, but what I found is that there aren't many structured based videos. You know, the ones that teach you the step-by-step process going from square one to the finished product. Because of this, I've experimented with different methods and techniques, and I've come up with what I think is the best method that has worked for myself and my students. Now just a small disclaimer, you're going to need some minimum requirements before starting. Number 1, you need to be able to spend at least 10 to 20 seconds in a freestanding handstand position with minimal difficulty. 20 to 30 seconds would be recommended. Number 2, a pretty straight line, meaning shoulders are open and lats aren't too tight. And number 3, comfortable with kicking up onto a wall. So anyway, let's get started. Number 1 is the wall trap 3 lean. This drill is great for building the necessary strength in the shoulders and wrists, so you can perform the lean when doing a press to handstand. So start by giving yourself about half a foot space between the wall and your hands. Place your hands around forearm width apart, kick up and keep your heels on the wall. Next, lead with your shoulders and try to push them onto the wall slowly and controlled. Try to posteriorly tuck the hips to remove the arch in your lower back, and finally explode out of that position back to the starting position. Now it might feel a little difficult and uncomfortable in the wrist to try and get your shoulders to touch the wall whilst keeping a strong lockout at the elbows. If that's the case, then by all means adjust the distance from the wall by getting closer. This should make it slightly more comfortable. As you start to become stronger, slowly start to move further away from the wall. A small tip to ease the pressure through the wrists is to turn them out. Number 2 is the wall handstand press negative. So this drill is pretty much the trap 3 lean with the addition of a negative press to handstand. Start by performing a trap 3 lean so that the shoulders are pressed against the wall. Next, straddle the legs with the heels sliding down the wall, and as you get to the fullest range of your straddle, pull the heels off the wall, rolling your hips down. Slowly control the legs down to your lowest point. Reset into a trap 3 lean and perform again. Keep elbows fully locked at all times. Only move on to the next drill when you can perform the negative with full range of motion. When you first start this drill, you may not have the sufficient strength to complete the negative with full range of motion. If that's the case, then by all means use an elevated surface, for example a box, to reduce the range of motion for the negative. And as you start to progress, slowly begin to reduce the height of the box. Number 3 is the wall handstand press with partial reps and elevation. With this drill, you're performing the wall handstand press with an elevated surface so that you can perform partial reps. Keep your shoulders on the wall at all times and perform a handstand press negative as instructed in the previous drill. This time around, you're also performing positive reps from the box. Keep knees and elbows locked. Progressively reduce the height of the box as you become stronger. Number 4 is a wall handstand press with full range of motion. Once you've removed the assistance of the box, you should be able to perform the full range of motion wall handstand press. Don't worry if your knees start to bend slightly when first starting with this drill. It should become clearer progressively whilst you're training with full range of motion. As a small tip, try to hold the press at the lowest position of the last rep of each set without your feet touching the ground. Number 5 is a freestanding handstand press with partial reps and elevation. In this drill, you're performing the freestanding handstand press from a box. This is where we start to train the actual freestanding handstand press movement. So start off by placing your hands a good foot or two away from the box. Lean forward with the shoulders, making sure to keep the elbows locked, and push the hips as far forward as you possibly can, so they are stacked on top of the shoulders. As you're doing this, the feet should slide forward. When you start to feel the feet rising, begin to straddle and finish by allowing the feet to meet at the top in a straight handstand position. Now from here, you're basically reversing the movement and focusing on the negative part of the press, making sure to control the movement all the way down. Now when you start off practicing this drill, you may find a bit of instability as you transition from a straddle to a straight handstand position. If that's the case and the partial positive causes you to fall out of the handstand, don't worry too much. That's completely normal. Reset your position and perform the positive or concentric part of the press. Remember, as you become stronger, reduce the height of the box to maintain the progression. And finally, number 6 is a freestanding handstand press with full range of motion. Finally, you should have the strength to perform a full range of motion freestanding handstand press. Remember again to get your hips as high as you possibly can, and as you're performing the negative portion of the movement, try to control it with the slowest tempo you can perform it at. Now in terms of how to program this, we recommend that you train this movement at least twice a week, with even spacing between sessions, preferably as part of your straight arm workday. For the parameters, I found with my own personal experience that 5 sets of 5 to 8 reps is a very good rep range to aim for. If you can perform 5 sets of 5 to 8 with control and good form, you will have a solid foundation of strength when moving on to the next drill. Rest 3 minutes between the sets and try to couple each set with an auxiliary drill for compression. I will create a video with the compression drills I use to train in between my press to handstand sets in a future video. Just a final note, it's important that you don't sacrifice form and control for volume. You will become stronger much quicker if strong form is maintained throughout the movements. Thanks for watching this video guys, hope you enjoyed it. Now if you do have any questions, then please do leave them down below in the comment section, and I'll try my best to answer as many as I can. I'll see you in the next video.